Hey guys, welcome to Rockin' the Country. I'm Don, and I have a feeling I'm gonna have fun with this one. It was one of those songs like, who is it, Conway and Loretta. Somebody recommended that I do the song, You're the Reason Our Kids Are Ugly. And when I saw the title of that song, I was like, oh yeah, that's gotta be bumped up on the list. Well, this recommendation was Vince Gill's It's Hard to Kiss the Lips at Night That Chew Your Ass Out All Day. It's a long title and well worth reading. And this was requested by Ronnie Westbury. I hope this doesn't get blocked. Of course I hope that, but I mean, please, please. I mean, Vince is of course very popular. And this is the first song of his that I've reviewed, I think, or reacted to. I don't know this song. And let's see, Vince is from Norman, Oklahoma. So I'm guessing Boomer Sooner. I'm just guessing, you know, it could be a cowboy, you know, Oklahoma State. I don't know. Could, you know, it'd be a shame if he was a Bama fan. Sorry, Bama fans. But if you're from Norman, Oklahoma, I'm guessing you're going to be a Sooner fan. So all that said, oh, speaking of which, Columbia Lions. My niece goes there. She's going to be graduating soon. She's, I love my niece, Lindsay. Shout out, Linz, to you. Keep rocking it out. She's like the star player on their team. But, all right. This was, let's see, yeah, Ronnie Westbury. This is a shout out to you. We're going to find out how this goes. And here we go. It's Vince actually playing it. And he's discussing how it came to be. So let's just enjoy it. Boop.
Country song deserves another. Hopefully. I told y'all about my pop. Oh yeah. About how crazy he was. It was all true.
Yeah.
He went from being my biggest supporter when I was really struggling to being my biggest critic, kind of like overnight. I remember in the lean years, you know, he called me up and he said, "Now hang in there, boy. Your songs are getting better. You just hang in there. You're going to get yours. You just hang in there." That kind of stuff. And then one of my favorite things, that I shouldn't tell this.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
There you go, Harper. There we go.
Yeah, well,
Twist his arm.
I piss some people off, but it won't be the last time. But I was getting ready to take my first trip to Europe, you know, and I got a letter from my father, a long letter, and it was like, "Now listen, you're going to a place you've never been before. You better act right. Things are different in different parts of the world." You know, all this kind of stuff. And telling me what, you know, just all this great advice. And then it says, at the very end, it says, "P.S. By the way, if you get to France," he said, "moon those frog bastards for me." It was great. And then as I remember when I started doing a little bit better, and things turned around, and I started having records moving the charts and whatnot. Then he turned into my biggest critic. I remember the first year I hosted the awards and won a couple and did pretty good. And we were pretty excited, so we stayed up all night and we'd party till 5:30 in the morning, went to all the after show parties and got in about, you know, just before the sun came up. And I'd been to bed for about 45 minutes and the phone rings, you know, and I picked it up. I said, "Hello?" I hear this. "Who in the hell do you think you are?" What are you talking? What? He said, "Listen, pal, I watched you last night, okay? Trust me, you're no Jay Leno." I didn't like that song too much either. It wasn't country. Then he went, not long after that, you know, he called me up and he said, "Hey, listen, I probably got a pretty good idea myself." So now you've gone from critic to world-class songwriter. I said, trust me. He said, you do this when I think you could be bigger than Elvis. I said, if I have one more trip to the Chinese buffet, I'm going to be bigger than Elvis. He told me the idea, and I said, that's a good idea, Dad. Wink, wink, you know. I said, I'll write that. I promise you I'll write that someday. And I never did. Never did write it. And unfortunately, my dad passed away in '97, and I had never written that song for him. And several more years went by, and never wrote that song for him. And then I was, about 7 or 8 years ago, I was working on a record with Rodney Crowell, and we were starting to work on some songs, and had some ideas going. And then we started telling dysfunction stories about our families. You know? And I started telling stories about my dad, the judge, and he started telling me about his cousin Charles. And this went on, and we just started laughing our butts off, you know. And I said, well, you know, my dad, before he died, he had this idea for a song, and I always thought it was funny, and you know, I never did anything with it. And he said, well, what was it? And I told him, and Rodney goes, that's really good. I said, really? And he goes, yeah. He said, it's better than anything we're working on. So he said, let's finish it. And I said, okay. So I got to finish this song with Rodney and honor my old man and let go of an awful lot of years of guilt.
So good. I don't know the song, but the story.
She used to call me baby. I thought she was such a lady. But my, how things have changed since time's moved on. I'd give her my last dollar, but now all she'll do is holler. Oh, my life has become a country song. I've learned she can resist me by the way she always disses me and comes to bed at night with that cold cream on.
No.
Sometimes I might feel frisky, but these days it's just too risky. Oh, it's hard to kiss the lips at night, chew your ass out all day long. All day long. It goes on and on. If a tree fell in the forest, she didn't hear it, would I still be wrong? Well, I guess I should admit it. She ain't ever gonna quit it. Oh, it's hard to kiss the lips at night, chew your ass out all day long.
It is impossible not to laugh or enjoy this. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. It's impossible not to. And if you were there at this show, my gosh, what a personable dude Vince is.
That was a great day when we finished that song. I got to let go of an awful lot of years of guilt, and I got to laugh my ass off all day long. I drove home that day and just laughed and laughed, and sang it over and over and over on the way home. Pulled in the driveway, walked in the back door, and there to meet me was my beautiful wife, Amy Grant.
Amy Grant! She's a
She had a
sweetie.
big smile on her face, jumped up, gave me a big kiss, said, hi, baby, welcome home. It was all good. She says, where you been? I said, oh, I was at Rodney's house today, and we were writing a song. She goes, oh, let me hear it. I said, well, I don't really know it too good. I don't really know it. I'm messing with an idea. She goes, oh, come on, I know you know it. Sing it for me, baby. Please sing it for me. I said, well, I don't really, I don't know it yet. She goes, I know, please. So,
well, and Amy is a superstar in her own right. She started like with Christian stuff. And I mean, she's got songs like House of Love, which is a great song. And I mean, so she sings about love, forgiveness, kindness, all that. And then, and she, of course, she's a crossover artist, and as we know, but I don't know, the whole stage being set here, not just between a husband and a wife, man, woman like that, but the type of artist that she's been in her life and her library, her catalog of songs are definitely not what this one's about. So I could see on many levels while Vince would be reticent to regale her with the song.
Against my better judgment, I sang this particular song for my sweet wife, Amy Grant. One of the more popular Christian singers. I got finished. That smile was nowhere to be seen. She cut them big eyes at me and she says, hey, what's that about? I said, we just thought it was funny. She goes, yeah, well, you keep thinking. You just keep thinking. All night long, right over there on that couch.
Right there on that couch.
I said, baby, I said, come on. I said, I didn't write that song about you. I said, we ain't been married long enough. I said, that was my dad's idea before he died. I promised him that I would write it someday, and I never did. And then I finally did, and today was that day. And I'm so sorry, but it's not about you. She said, all right. Let me back in the house, and everything was all right.
She let me back in the house.
And then I was feeling pretty good, and then I started thinking, well, where did the idea really come from, What's it about? That's when it dawned on me that evidently this song was inspired by my sweet mother.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she hates this song. Well, I remember when her eyes were so blue and shiny. But man, you ought to see what's happened to her hiney. That thing has gotten big enough to land a small plane. Yeah, there was a time I used to roll her in the clover. But thank God those days are over. 'Cause it's hard to kiss the lips of night, chew your ass all day long. All day long, she gnaws on and on.
All the men are singing this.
Till someday they drop the big one. I'll say, sweet Jesus, she gon' finally leave me alone. Oh, it's alright if we sing, 'cause the radio won't play it. Oh, it's hard to kiss the lips at night, chew your ass out all day long. Sing it with me, come on.
Yeah.
It's hard to kiss the lips at night, chew your ass out all day long.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I saw this. Good Lord. Ronnie, thank you for that. I don't know if you meant for me to get this version of it with Vince telling the story. And is that Rodney right next to him there? But Anyway, man, I mean, the storytelling that goes along with something like this is just phenomenal, and Vince knew how to tell it. Put a guitar in in someone's hand like him, and I mean, he just goes to a different place and is able to tell any story. But that is very funny. And then when he brought his mother up, and of course Amy Grant being the Christian artist and all that, wow. I'm not rating that. That was just an experience. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Ronnie, thank you again, my friend. That was brilliant. I hope you enjoyed that. I seriously hope this doesn't get blocked, because some of these things are either very funny or very deep and poignant and just hit you, and then boom, they get blocked. But when something like this, I just hope you get to experience this. All right, guys, that's it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Join the family, and that's it. All right, I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.